When the data center comes to town and the town says no, Google offers a Lifeline alternative to Windows 11, and a new study says that internet use may slow cognitive decline in older adults. Welcome to #Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Communities that were once thrilled to host data centers are now pushing back, and that resistance could be a warning sign for an economy built on hyperscale computing. In Caledonia, Wisconsin, Microsoft has pulled its plans for a major new data center campus after months of local opposition. Nearly 2,000 residents signed a petition objecting to the project, which would have rezoned about 240 acres across from a power plant. Their reasons went far beyond "not in my backyard." People worried about wells running dry, light and noise pollution, skyrocketing power bills, and meanwhile, many local governments have learned that while data centers may generate a construction boom and an increase in jobs, they don't employ many people once they're built. They're largely automated, and the power needed to run them often drives up local electricity costs, since ratepayers shoulder part of the capital expense for new generation. Microsoft said it made the decision based on community feedback, but the bigger picture is that this kind of local backlash is starting to pop up all over North America, from Oregon to Ontario. But there is another problem. According to Harvard economist Jason Furman, nearly 92% of U.S. GDP growth in the first half of this year came from data center and AI-related investment, a category that makes up only about 4% of the economy. But if you take that away, GDP growth would have been just 0.1% without it. That means that the U.S. economy's momentum, at least right now, is depending almost entirely on a single capital-intensive sector. And if communities begin rejecting those projects, or if companies pause their spending, the impact could ripple through everything from construction jobs to GDP growth. So while Caledonia's residents may feel they've won a local fight, their story hints at something bigger, an economy balancing on the edge of an AI-driven boom, one that is powerful, but not particularly broad-based. If these projects start slowing down, we may find that beneath the hum of all those servers, there's a worrying quiet in the real economy. Google is offering a surprising lifeline to millions of computers that can't make the jump to Windows 11. Its solution? Chrome OS Flex, and it could keep millions of older PCs out of landfills. Chrome OS Flex is a free, cloud-based operating system that replaces Windows or Mac OS on older machines. It's built for speed and security with automatic updates, built-in virus protection, and tight integration with Google Workspace and Android apps. And it doesn't support every Windows program. Heavy gaming or specialized software is out. But for web browsing, office work, and streaming, it's remarkably capable. Installation takes under half an hour on most computers made in the last decade. The timing isn't accidental. Microsoft is ending support for Windows 10, leaving an estimated 200 million PCs without security updates. And many of those devices don't meet Windows 11's hardware requirements, things like Trusted Platform Module 2.0 chips or newer processors. And that's left users searching for options. Google's offering gives them a way to stay secure without new hardware costs, and it comes with a major environmental bonus. By extending the life of existing machines, it could divert millions of tons of electronic waste from landfills. Schools, nonprofits, and small businesses are already experimenting with conversions. Now, there are other alternatives as well. Microsoft will sell an extra year of security updates through its Extended Security Update program, which is free, though, for Microsoft 365 Business Premium users and paid for everyone else. And Linux advocates are recommending Linux Mint, a lightweight, privacy-friendly alternative that feels surprisingly familiar to Windows users. So while Microsoft seems ready to move on, Google and a growing Linux community are reminding us that sometimes new isn't always better. Sometimes it's just software. And at a time when tech is accused of dumbing us down and isolating us, new research suggests that it might actually be helping older people keep their minds sharp. A recent paper in the Journal of Psychiatric Research looked at the relationship between digital inclusion and cognitive health in adults aged 55 to 75. Those who regularly use the internet showed better memory and executive function scores than those who rarely went online, even after accounting for income, education, and general health. The authors argue that the mental engagement and social connection offered by online activity may help maintain what's called cognitive reserve, the brain's resilience to aging. Activities like searching for information, handling finances, or simply staying connected appear to give the mind a daily workout. Other studies back this up. A large meta-analysis found that technology users had lower odds of cognitive decline over time, and that multidimensional internet use, doing more than just scrolling, correlated with better performance in language, memory, and attention. Of course, not all online behavior is helpful. Passive scrolling and misinformation exposure still have negative effects. The key appears to be active and purposeful engagement, using digital tools to learn, communicate, and participate. So while the stereotype of seniors glued to screens persists, this research flips the narrative. For many older adults, the internet isn't just a distraction, it might be a form of mental fitness. And as a personal note, I'm dying to find out whether interaction with AI might also have similar effects. Let's wait for the study on that. That's our show. If you like what we're doing, please share the show with others. Give us a like or a comment on your favorite podcast app or site. We're found everywhere: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and more. And speaking of interactivity, we love to hear from you. You can reach me at technewsday.ca or technewsday.com. Just go to the Contact Us page and drop us a note. And if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment under the video. I read them all. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a thrilling Thursday.